Let's continue on with our discussion and observation of combinations of functions. Okay, combinations is exactly what you would think. We're combining these with different operations. Okay, in this case, anytime these aren't really variables, right? But anytime we push two things together, that's implying that we're multiplying them, right? So fg of x is f of x times g of x. And as long as we remember that this variable expression can replace f of x and this variable expression can replace g of x, and as long as I use parentheses, you're going to know what to do with this. Okay? Before we go on, just a note, sometimes we see this, okay? And sometimes we see this. Oh, oops, sorry, I screwed that up. We see this. Right? These two notations, these are compositions, not combinations. They're different than this, okay? These are totally different. This is f and g pushed together. This is f of g of x, and this is using g of x to plug into f, totally different from what we're doing here, okay? This will be addressed in a different video at a different time. Right now, what we're doing is we're just going, so I'm going to erase these so that you don't assume that that's the same thing, okay? It is not. All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to multiply f of x times g of x. And as long as you use the parentheses like we've talked about in some of the previous videos for substitution, you're okay. 4 plus 2x squared minus 5x. And then g of x goes right next to it, right? There's no operation here, so we just plug this in for g of x and we put parentheses. Right? Now when you look at this, you see two polynomials with the parentheses touching, so we know that we're multiplying these, right? And this is an instance where we're going to be distributing, and there's any number of ways to demonstrate how this works, okay? I'm just going to take each one of these terms and multiply it times each one of these terms, right? So I'm going to do 4 times x and get 4x. Then I'm going to do 4 times negative 3 and get negative 12. Then I'm going to take positive 2x squared, multiply it times x. That's positive 2x cubed. Remember to use the sign with the number, okay? So I'm using this positive. So then I do positive 2x squared times negative 3, that's negative 6x squared. And then I'm doing negative 5x times x, which is negative 5x squared, and negative 5x times negative 3, which is positive 15x. So make sure we bring the sign in front of the term with it when I do this. We can't really call this foiling, right, because there's more than two binomials, but this is really a distributing of all of these terms, okay? And then when we combine our like terms, we have 1 cubed term, 2x cubed. We have these two x squared terms, which is negative 11x squared. We have 4x plus 15x, which is positive 19x. And then we have a negative 12 left over. So this is our function f times g of x, or fg of x.